Hi, I'm Saket Bansal, and I assist professionals in getting program management certification, also known as PgMP certification. In this video, I am focusing on how to overcome from the panel review failure. The idea here is we learn from our mistakes, we fix our application so that in the next attempt, we successfully pass through the panel review. Now, before I get into the details, what is this whole panel review process is? The PGMP exam is a two-step validation process. The first step validation is done based on your application. Your application goes through first level of checking, validating your quality of experience and the duration, which ensures that are you really eligible for program management. And after that first level review is done, then PMI forward your application for a panel review. There is a group of individuals who will be reviewing your application. They give a score, and if you pass through a panel review stage, then you give the online exam and get PGMP certified after passing the online exam. Now we are exploring this application, the step 1, which is the panel review or pre-panel review feedback. In this video, I'm sharing 3 feedbacks. The first feedback is associated with person received even before application went to a panel review. So the PMI first level feedback itself was a little problematic. So we learn from that feedback. And then we talk about 2 instances where the individual could not pass the panel review and they got the feedback. We learn what kind of feedback were there so that we can overcome them if anyone received those kind of feedback in their application process. I do have a detailed video explaining how to apply for PGMP. If you are directly looking for application assistance, you can check that particular video. I do provide assistance as a service in your application filling as well. So let's go through these 3 emails which individuals have received from PMI. Now this email, many a time individual gets. I have seen few in the connection directly and few from the social media interaction, where the first level review of PMI itself find the application not appropriate and they are not even forwarding the application to the panel review. They want application to be fixed. So let's understand this particular feedback. So here they talk about you have interest in the program management profession. We have received your application and we determine additional information is required before we can proceed further. And we are putting it as of now in a pending status. Yeah, that's something they are putting. Now, what is the concern? The major concern is shown here in this section. So program benefits, you must describe the strategy that drives the program, the strategic goal given to you to accomplish by the organization. This does not include the organizational strategic goal. The strategy that drives the program must be actionable and should be measurable. If there is no action in the explanation, if the strategic goals does not contain metric, it is not acceptable. Yeah, so this is something which you are coming. If you are not directly assigned to a strategic goal to accomplish for each program, you are not considered program manager by our standard. Please revisit the section accordingly. So you applied your PGMP after a few days or after a few hours. If you get this email, it means you need to update your program description. It is not yet going to experience summary. I'm hoping that you understand the difference between these two. The program description, where you talk about the details of the program and your role in that program. The experience summaries are 3 prompts which you answer after you explain your program. Those experience summary will get reviewed by the panel. The PMI, the first level review, only look at your program description. And what they are finding here, and which is a major feedback if you stuck at this particular step usually gets, is that your program is not talking about organization strategy. Now, what does that mean? So say you may directly start, oh, we started this program to revamp our IT infrastructure. Okay, and in this program we had 3 projects and they were helping us to do some part of our improvement work, and we run this particular initiative for 3 years. Decent program, but what is the problem here is it is not starting with a strategic objective. You need to talk about that our organization is, say, e-commerce organization, and they are facing a trouble of cost overhead or operational inefficiencies. And in order to improve the operational inefficiency and to become more competitive in the industry, they wanted to launch the restructuring of their digital applications or enterprise resource planning application. Then you start. Yeah, you need to start with what organization wants to achieve, what is their overall strategy, and how this program is helping that organization to forwarding that strategy. So we need to talk about that relationship. If that relationship is missing, you will get this particular feedback. Many a time we are more execution oriented. Some of the people will say, oh, we had a program where we need to fix our SAP implementation. Some people come up, we had a program where we have to implement SAP or implement IFS, and we run the whole program to do that. Perfectly okay, but you need to start from a strategic objective. If you do that, your application will pass through. More guidance, check my application filling video. But this, if you have received this feedback, then this is what you need to do. Start with organizational objective, put it into a quantifiable manner. We want to reduce operational cost by 20%, 30%, like that. And because of that, we initiated the program. We can talk about, we wanted to reduce the customer response time from X days to Y days. So it should be little quantifiable, and program will enhance, program will improve, program will develop, program will enable. Those kind of words should be very, very clear coming in, which shows that you are enabling the organization strategy. Doing this feedback will be over. Now at the below of this, you see other email also, other content as well. You can ignore it if you are confident about your experience summary, but since they are giving this feedback, they just remind, you better take care of your experience summary as well. You might have done some mistake there. They are just reminding you, which is already available, that you should be using clear, concise option. You should be addressing all the elements. You should be responding between 200 to 500 words. This is an extra recommendation they are giving. These all guidance are anyway available in your program management handbook, and this is just a repetition of that. So don't worry about this content. If you are facing it, if you see an opportunity of improving your experience summary, then you can do it. This is something they define. So overall, this is the first one. Now let's go to the panel fail cases. That those are a little bit more serious. So the panel case failure, first one we are exploring here is the individual get these kind of email. If the panel is failed, the subject itself is little dangerous. Panel review fail, first attempt. Unfortunately, your program management certification application recently completed panel review process. You have been below passing marks. So they tell you are failed in it. As per PMI application, do not pass the panel review. You are not eligible to sit in the exam, and this is what you need to say. According to panel, your experience summary statements were not satisfactory due to the following reasons. So this is a one particular case. I am not saying everybody gets this reason. We have two cases in this particular video we are discussing. So statement one, so you have a three statement. One was about strategic alignment. Second is all about your stakeholder engagement and leadership. And third is more about governance and risk management and change management kind of stuff. So the first thing which this individual got is response did not address required aspect of the prompt. Responder did not provide specific example, demonstrated candidate role as a program manager. Respond did not thoroughly explain how they performed the program management function in one or more of the experience summary question. Responder did not address the required aspect of the prompt. This clearly saying, the question was A and you are answering B. That's it. So you need to relook into that. What is exactly the question? So the question is asking, for example, the first question talk about your contribution in preparing a business case and the program roadmap. And you might be answering that we had a roadmap, we had a governance plan, we had a strategic objective which we achieved, and we reviewed the whole program on a frequent basis, and I maintain various dashboards and reports. So the whole prompt was, if you have selected that particular prompt, was asking you how you contributed in preparing the business case or program roadmap. So I need to come back and focus on those tasks or those activities only. So if you get this feedback, my advice would be critically look into the question. Try to read each and every word and create some word out of it that I need to focus on these things only. Maybe you can go into exam content outline and try to find out which are the program manager's tasks which directly addresses this particular prompt. Make a summary of it and make sure that you stick to that area. Don't create text and make a answer big. Stick to this area and then make sure that you use your 500 words. Adding 500 words is not a guarantee of getting this particular thing done. Adding relevant 500 words are. And then try to be more and more specific. So when you talk about roadmap, give an example of a typical roadmap you have followed in that particular stage. Maybe if the content is becoming big, you can say, I'm sharing the first few areas, first few lines of our program roadmap. Share it so it makes it more concrete and clear. So this particular feedback shows that you have not answered what was the question was. Now, incidentally, you usually get the same text here. This individual got the same answer for statement 2 as well. You are talking about something, but it was not related to what we really wanted to see. And that's why we are failing your panel review. So this is something they tell. And then they tell you that we give you an opportunity to fix your statement. You have 90 days to do it. Yeah, and come back to us. If you choose not to do it, let us know. We will give your exam money back. That's also they tell in this particular thing. And they say, refund can take 7 to 10 business days. If you let us know, we will close your application. So that was one of the feedback one participant got. Let's see the another one. Now, panel review fail experience number 2 here. Yeah. So here also the upper section remains the same. Unfortunately, you could not do this. But little answers, the case is little different. That's why I brought this idea here. Now, the statement 1 is saying, response reflects candidate's role as a project manager, overseeing multiple work streams within one project or multiple related projects. Response focuses on use of the tools and techniques rather than a rational and strategic approach. Response did not often explain how they perform the program management functions on one or more experience summary. Response did not provide specific example demonstrated candidate role as a program manager. Response did not address required aspect of the prompt. Response were technical in nature and limited to the textbook explanation of the topic. Yeah. So this response is little different the previous one. This is talking about that, yes, you are talking about the matter which really as per the prompt. Yeah, that's there. But your experience were most project oriented. So here individual may end up saying, I maintained risk register, I maintained my project level execution. Many a time we tell, I worked with the development team and I helped this particular thing got delivered. Yeah. So you are talking about a component, but you are talking about delivery of the component. Sometimes we feel pride of it. When you are doing a program management, you are not focusing on getting delivery done. When you speak in that language, when you manage delivery related risk, when you are doing the team level coordination and getting things integrated, those all goes into project management experience. That is not going into program management experience. So we need to make sure that we show an integrated and strategic role. We focus on integrating things. We focus on strategic alignment. And our role should show that we are working with multiple component projects. And there are the execution done by the project team, not by my team or not by myself. If I fix that and then I bring specific examples with the example of a roadmap, if it's relevant for your prompt, with an example of changes, if it's relevant for your prompt, bringing an example of list of the stakeholders who were there in your program, if it is relevant, yeah, depending upon the prompt, but you bring specific examples, then you will pass through these particular issues. Yeah, so this is the same feedback the person got on the all three responses. Usually that's how they follow as well. When they give a one feedback, they give a same feedback for all these three responses. So focus on not to follow textbook. They are saying, textbook explanations are there. You need to give a demonstrated example, and first you need to make sure that you are talking about the program, not the projects. These were some experiences which can help you learning from somebody else's mistakes, and that can probably improve your PgMP application. You can check our detailed video where we explain how to fill the PgMP application. It's available in our YouTube. I will share the link in the description as well. And if you need specific assistance, I do provide mentoring for whole PgMP preparation. I do provide mentoring for updating your application. You can connect with us. Now, sometimes people think, can I use a ChatGPT for answering these prompts? Definitely, yes. Why not? ChatGPT is something like another word processor. But don't rely the ChatGPT will do the whole job. The same way you cannot rely Word writing your application. You need to write your own application, but Word can definitely help you in writing the right English. The same way the ChatGPT will assist you, but it may not be able to give a right strategic alignment. It may not be able to give a right examples of the roadmap. It may not be able to give a right tool and technique in a specific format which are used in that particular program. That responsibility remains with you, or you work with your mentor, and they both of you need to ensure that that thing is coming well in your application. So feel free to connect with us. If you have a specific question, put in a comment area of this particular video.